Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I'm up again today with a couple of makes from my personal haul. Yes I am. We're going to do the bow. I'm not going to do the ribbon strip because that's kind of self-explanatory. You know, you can have it lengthways or widthways on a card, add your bow. It can be a Christmas gift or even a birthday gift. So, you know, very self-explanatory. It would also look nice in Stars and Stripes for the 4th of July and just hang a big number 4 from it. That would look great. So, I'm absolutely loving my new haul. You can tell. And also the words. Now I haven't put Knoll together yet, but I have put Sparkle together. So I just wanted to show you how they layer up and then piece back in, because all your extra bits that will pop out, just save them, because it's a great shape alphabet. Right, so yesterday I said I was going to be doing my folio die and using that ornament to show you it can be grungy and vintage if you want it to be. So I went away, and there is part of the ornament. This is the star from the folio die and the whale tail tab, and that little 25 there on the whale tail. Oh, my camera's playing up, isn't it? That is another KLJ UYP stamp, but I'm pretty sure I hauled that about 7 or 8 months ago. So if I can find the set that comes in, I will, because it's got great little elements of Santa Claus faces and stuff. And then on the back you can see you've got a cancellation, and you've got that little gritty dot pattern that I've popped onto there. Oh, isn't it great when you get a close up, because you can see all your little bits of glue. Yeah, I like that. So I put the flap on the bottom, which comes with the folio set, and I also did the little stamp, and then using the cancellation postage stamp set from KLJ that I hauled a few days ago, I put that on there and cancelled out that little candy colour ornament. And I also used the snowflake border from her border set. So what I will try and do is link that haul video at the end of this one. I'll try my best to do that. So anyway, the whole ornament can be seen when that flaps down. And this paper here is the digital pack called Peppermint Kisses from Vicky Boutin. And I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And the inside of that pocket, I actually lined it with lime green cardstock. So I can use a hole punch or something like that there and create myself a little thumb notch. Now the little flap, I did another sheet from this pack and just pop that down on the inside of the flap, because I'm printing, which meant the reverse would be white. So the flap is mirror image, so that you can just cut another one if you're printing paper, so that you can be patterned on the other side just by printing another sheet and by gluing it on. And I love that yellow dot. I just think it's so happy. I mean, it's not very often you see a little yellow snowfall, is it? So anyway, getting back to the letters, I did do the sparkle, and I just used craft cardstock, that vintage oh, what's it called, gold foil from Tim Holtz. I think it's called Craft Core foil stock, and mine is actually a 12 by 12 pad, and I'm running out. And I had a look online yesterday, and you can't get the 12 by 12 pads anymore. I don't know when he discontinued it, because I bought a couple when they launched quite a few years ago now. It's got to be over 5 years. So that is the sparkle, and that one has just been cut in the craft card stock and the foil. And basically I can just, you know, store that in my little envelope, because I did cut the envelope from the folio set as well, so I can have that in there. And then I just isolated part of this snowflake border and just popped in one snowflake. I do love this pocket die. Yeah, I know I designed it, but I can still love it. Right, so I want to put Noel on the inside flap there, so that's something that will drop down once I finish putting my folio together. And I'll just work on bits and pieces, you know, on rainy days. That's how I love it. Right, so with that letter set, you're going to get a base, and then you're going to connect your letters back into your base, and it will give you your outer shadow. And I've done mine in foil, so let's glue that on first of all. Whoops. And while I'm thinking about it, I hope you're all going to have an absolutely fabulous day. I'm going to have a rest today. My bones have been aching. So I'm going up here. I might just sit out and enjoy the sunshine. And then we're just going to carefully layer that on top. Now I'm just tapping that down and picking it up. Just make sure that you've got it square on there. And give it a tap down. And this is the kind of foil actually that's so kind of grungy and vintage looking. It doesn't matter if you smear glue onto the surface of it, because it kind of, do you know what I mean? It almost enhances it. So we've got our Noel outline there in gold. And for my lettering, I use that yellow cardstock again, just the scraps. And I love how it's kind of like spaced out, those dots. And then as you get towards the ends, they get closer and closer, just like a little snowfall. So I really like that. And of course, with sentiment dies like this, you can use whatever colour you want. As I'm always saying, once it's yours, do what you want, because that's what I do. I'll happily cut up sentiments and stamps and all kinds of things, and I know some people might be horrified by that, but you'd be surprised how many other ways you can use a stamp set when you cut elements out. I mean, you can always add them back in, but it just gives you more variety in your stamping. So I've saved the little gold bit that popped out from here, because of course when you do that you end up with gold letters as well, so just keep all of those. And I'm going there. Just really easy to do, it's a lovely size. And then we're going to pop the in. It's nice when you cut the border. You don't have to, you can just lay your letters on top of the base, but it kind of, you know, it gives you your correct spacing. So now I've got Noel. And Noel is going to go on the flap there. And I want to leave enough space. I'm going to go closer to the top, because I might want to do some stamping down here, or I might want to do some stamping up there. I think I'll do my stamping up there. So you see, I found myself something else to do on a rainy day. And you can go back and you can fill these with little images, stickers, photos. So if you haven't got this folio set, I'm advertising it to you. You absolutely need it, because it's just great fun. And I believe KS Crafters got it back in again, because it did sell out, which was quite a surprise to me, I have to say, but it is a great fun set. So now we've got Noel on the flap, and I've got space here where I can just randomly stamp anything when I've got the time. And this is the fun, making folios. You can sit down, you know, and just have the whole idea in your head and just completely finish one, or you can just do it in bits and bobs like this. So that is the Noel. I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. And then it will close up. You can put a piece of ephemera or anything else into there, a message or a letter. So we've got the stamps, and I do love my little star. This star comes in the set. It kind of makes it look more of an indent ornament, you know, those vintage ones. And then flipping it over, I've got my sparkle inside my envelope, and I do love that. Yeah, who doesn't want a sparkle? That's lovely. Right, so that's the first little bit that I did. So now onto the bow, which is absolutely ridiculously easy and gorgeous. So I'll be able to measure the full size of the bow. I've cut it in traditional red, and all I'm going to do is just glue it together. So that will be your base piece. Comes in 4 little pieces This is your second piece, which looks a bit, you know, like a moth butterfly. And all I'm going to do is just glue it in the centre, because you never know if you want to fluff something up. And if you don't, you can always add a little bit of glue underneath at a later date. So just line that up and glue it there. So that's your second bit. And then your third bit is this bit. And make sure you got that the right way around. So I'm just making sure, yeah. And using your circle section again, just line that up. I absolutely love this. I'm going to be using this on such a lot of projects. I mean, on your packages and stuff like that, instead of buying bows, just get all your scraps of cardstock out, and then you get a little embossed centre with a nice detail on it. Now you can add a gem or anything if you want to, but I just think this centre is just really nice. How quick and easy was that? Now I've lost the lid on my glue, so I'm just like mooching about on the desk. There it is. Oh dear. Let's get that on before I start drying out. So we've done the bow, which is gorgeous, and I am going to measure this now. But look at that. Isn't that stunning? So as I was saying, you know, birthday cards or anything, or gift packaging. So let's have a look. The height of that bow is 3 1/4, and then the width of that bow, I am going to say it is 3 1/2 inches. But there it is. You can ink it up, you can use whatever colour you want. Patterns paper, it would look really nice cut in music type paper, you know, music sheets. But it's just really pretty. And then of course, once again, I had great fun doing this. Love the Noel, love the ornament, love the sparkle, love that. Right, I thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, I did enjoy that. It was quick and pretty. Yes, it was. Do have an absolutely wonderful day. And as usual, all links below. Bye.